What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to the Creighton 2K Fantasy Draft Series. Today we are going to be kicking off our round robin with a matchup between Dexter and Alex, followed by a showdown between PJ and myself. So without further ado, let's get to the action. Here early in the first quarter, Dex has the ball. He's going to swing it over to Balak, who's going to swing it back to Zegarowski, who's going to pull up from three and bang it home for the early lead. Now at the other end of the court for Alex, Trey Alexander is going to take the screen and collapse the defense to set up a wide open three-point opportunity for Crumple, who also splashes it home to take the lead right back. Here we've got Trey Alexander driving to the basket yet again. He's going to find a wide open Kenny Lawson, but Gregory Echenike says no sir as he swats it out of bounds. Check out this replay. You see a great recovery by Echenike for the emphatic swat. Alex would not be deterred, however, as on this possession, Nembhard is going to find a wide open Tricky from Trey, and it's a one-point ball game. Tricky continues to get busy as this time he collapses the defense again and he's able to find a slashing Crumple for the easy deuce. The following offensive possession, Alexander is going to miss his patented mid-range jumper, but no worries as Crumple is all over the offensive glass and cleans this one up for another easy deuce. And here's something you don't see every day. Ethan Rogge rises up in the paint and sinks a silky smooth floater to put Alex up 13-10 and cap off a nice 9-2 run. So after one, Alex has an early 5-point lead over Dexter. But Dex isn't going to waste any time as Zegarowski finds Echenike on the lob for the big boy finish. Woo! We are rim-rocking here early in the second quarter. Later in the quarter, Dougie McBuckets is looking to get active with the mismatch in the paint against Nembhard as he hits a nice face-up jumper. Then on the next possession, Zegarowski takes the McDermott screen and he's not going to hesitate to splash down his first triple. Alex trying to answer, but Alexander is unable to knock down the three-pointer off the curl. This sets up Zegarowski working the two-man game with Bishop. He steps back behind the line and bang! Another three for Dexter. It is now a 6-point lead as Dex is on a 14-3 run. Alex looks to answer as Trey comes off the ball screen and nails the long two. But back on the other end, Ronnie Harrell is running the point to perfection as he takes the screen from Hegner and finishes strong in the paint over Grosel. Trying to cut the momentum any way he can, Kenny Lawson finds Isaiah Zierden for the three at the top of the key. But at the other end, Dex has an answer as Kyrie Thomas shows off his handles, and it's a smooth finish in traffic. Then it's Kyrie again, this time coming off a ball screen by Hegner, which allows Kyrie to splash home a triple and push the lead to 8 points. Now with time winding down in the half, Mintz drives to the hoop and tells Manigat, "Ain't nothing over there," for the saucy finish. Trying to cut the lead right before the half, Lawson goes to work on Bishop in the post. He shows off some nice footwork, but he's unable to get the shot to fall, and the deficit will stand at 41-33 going into the half. Dex outscored Alex 27-14 in that second quarter, and he's going to capitalize on that momentum by coming out hot in the second half as Zegarowski finds McDermott on the nice back cut to push the lead to double digits. And they continue to pour it on as the ball swings around to McDermott, who tells Crumple, "Hand down, man down," as he cashes in another three for Dex. Dex's guys hit 11 of them in this game. Trey Alexander trying to provide any spark he can for his offense, but he's going to miss the tough floater, and that leads to another bucket for Dex, this one coming off a nice feed from Zegarowski to Kyrie Thomas in the mid-range. And things just go from bad to worse for Alex, as Tricky makes a wonderful find to Martin Crumple, but he blows the dunk! Great contest by Echenike, likely threw him off there at the end. Finally, Marcus Foster says he's had enough as he hits the easy mid-range J off a down screen. Then he follows it up with a physical drive off a screen and a strong finish over Kyrie Thomas for the and one. That's not easy, making that over Mr. Go-Go Gadget Arms himself mano-a-mano like that. He would hit the free throw and cut the lead back down to 10. The lead is still at double digits as Manigat finds a wide open Nembhard. However, he is unable to cash in, and this means pace the other way for Dex. Zegarowski pushes the ball up the court and finds Davion Mintz with a beautiful skip pass for the easy transition three. Now with the time running out here in the third, Alex rushes the ball up the court and finds Ethan Rogge in the corner for a nice look, but he can't quite find the bottom of the net. Pretty symbolic of Alex's day out there as we head to the fourth quarter. It's a 17-point ball game. Early in the fourth, Nembhard is going to get himself a nice look from three, and he cashes this one in. But Dex's offense continues to be too much as Zegarowski makes a nice back cut and Kyrie Thomas finds him for the reverse layup. Then Zeggy breaks free off the down screen and bangs home another wide open three. Marcus Foster trying to claw his team's way back into this one, but his midi clangs off the rim, and this leads to another transition opportunity for Dex, which ends up with yet another wide open three-pointer, this time for Kyrie Thomas in the corner. Finally, with just over 2 minutes left and the lead down to 11, Zeggy puts the final nail in the coffin with this three late in the shot clock. And that's going to be all she wrote. Game 1 of this round robin ends in a blowout. Dexter 84, Alex 67. Player of the game is Marcus Zegarowski. As you check out some of his highlights here, he finished with 21 points, 5 rebounds, and 8 assists. Shot 7 of 15 from the field and 5 of 8 from 3. All-around great game from him as he led this potent offensive attack. Checking out the final team stats, Dex used a 54-32 run between the second and third quarters to take complete control of this game. Looking at the box score for Dex, we talked about Zegarowski already, but Kyrie and McDermott also added 17 and 16 apiece. Shout out to Echinike as well. Only 2 shots for him on the game, but he finished with 12 rebounds and 3 blocks. For Alex, it was a really rough shooting night for Marcus Foster, who finished with only 9 points on 3 of 18 shooting. Trey Alexander also struggled, finishing with 7 points on 3 of 10 shooting. In the second matchup, we've got PJ pitted against my team. Defense versus offense. Who's going to take this one home? Let's find out. This one started out slow as we have no points on the board in the first 2.5 minutes of the game. But Baylor Shireman finally gets the lid off as he snipes one from the top and Quags takes a 3-0 lead. Now the lead at 5-2, Tyshawn Alexander makes a nice find to a cutting Grant Gibbs, who finishes at the rim to cut the lead to 1. On the next offensive possession, Tyshawn with the chance to take the lead from 3, but he clanks it off back iron. Then at the other end, Mo Watson goes to work against Grant Gibbs as he's able to blow by him for the hoop plus the hard. He would make the free throw to push the lead to 4. PJ back on the offensive end now with an opportunity to tie it up. Good two-man action as Alexander finds Kalkbrenner on the roll, who is able to finish with ease in the paint. This is going to force a timeout with us knotted up at 8. Fresh off the bench, Alex O'Connell is going to get an open look from 3, and he splashes it home to give Quags the lead right back. A defensive-heavy first quarter continues as the clock runs down, but Francisco Farabello decides it's time to get active, and he drains a nice three-pointer with O'Connell right in his face. Holding for the last shot, Antoine Young will swing it to Alex O'Connell, who goes right back at Farabello and hits a tough layup in the paint. But he left too much time on the clock as Austin Chapman heaves a pass up the court to Jason Green, who rises and fires to beat the buzzer. Wow! And Quags' lead is only 2 after 1, 17-15. Early in the second, Arthur Kaluma tries to go to work on the mismatch with Stephen Ashworth, but he settles for a long fadeaway jumper, which is off, and he is now ice cold from the field. He would finish this one with only 6 points on 3 of 13 shooting. On the subsequent possession for Quags, Baylor Shireman gets a look from the corner, but to no avail. But Justin Patton is all over the offensive glass, and he goes up strong for the big and one putback. As you check the replay, Patton put himself in outstanding rebound position, which gave him a clear path for the easy three-point play. Shot clock now running down for PJ as Gibbs is going to find Tyshawn from 3 with Ashworth draped all over him, but he puts it in. Great shot there, and we are back to a 2-point ball game. PJ now with a chance to tie. Kaluma gives it up to Gibbs, but he gets it right back on a nice back cut for the easy one-handed slam. But on the following possession, Mo Watson gets a nice screen from Ryan Hawkins, who fades back to the three-point line and drills an easy open 3 to snatch the lead right back. Hawkins would continue to go to work, now in the post against Kaluma. He hits him with a smooth drop step and an easy lay-in. Shot clock running down again for PJ. Tyshawn looks to make something happen off a step back, but the shot is just off, but Kalkbrenner is right there as he outmuscles Patton for the and one of his own. Just big boy basketball here by Kalk as he snatches the ball from both Patton and Shireman and goes up for the strong buckets. He would make his free throw and tie this one up yet again. At the other end, Ashworth with the ball is going to find Hawkins on the curl, and he drains that one with ease. Hawkins now has the last 7 for Quags. He would finish with a game-high 21. A couple of possessions later, and it's Hawkins again, this time from deep. He has 10 points in a row as Quags has opened up a 5-point lead. Trying to get something going, Gibbs finds Tyshawn for a wide open three, but he's unable to cash in, and Hawkins grabs the rebound. At the other end, it's Hawkins yet again, this time with a tough finish over Alexander. And that's going to force PJ to take a timeout as Hawkins has taken over in this one. He's now scored 12 straight for Quags, and the lead has ballooned to 7. Cole Huff now facing Sharif Mitchell on the perimeter, who says cookies. Going the other way is Austin Chapman, who takes the contact from Antoine Young but gets the bucket to go. Unfortunately, he's unable to take advantage as he misses the free throw, which will keep the deficit at 5. Later in the quarter, Huff is going to get an open look from 3, and he bangs it home to put Quags up 8. Following a missed shot by Farabello, O'Connell gives it up to Josh Jones, who swings it right back, and O'Connell nails another triple to push the lead to double digits. And that's where we'd stand at halftime. Quags 38, PJ 27. About a minute gone in the third, and who else but Ryan Hawkins splash yet again from 3, and it's now a 14-point ball game. Team takeover in effect now as Watson swings it to Ashworth for a look from 3, and he finds the bottom of the net. Everybody get in on the action for Quags, and PJ is in big trouble now. Tyshawn Alexander, trying to get his team back in it, is going to let one rip from 3, but it's yet another miss from him. He would finish this one with only 9 points on 3 of 12 shooting. Trying to scratch and claw their way back, Alexander is going to drive and kick to Damian Jefferson in the corner, and he's right on the money to cut the lead back down to 12. Now Austin Chapman bringing out the ball up the court. He dishes over to Denzel Mahoney, who fires with no hesitation and bangs home a big 3-pointer. Here comes PJ. But PJ's guys just couldn't sustain the momentum, so they would go on to miss their next 6 shots, 3 of them by Farabello alone, and go scoreless over the final 4 minutes of the quarter, the deficit standing at 13. The fourth quarter will be another streak of good defense and poor shooting, and here with just over 7 minutes to go, Ryan Hawkins gets busy once again, this time taking Damian Jefferson to the tin for another deuce to push the lead to 18. It will be a relatively quiet rest of the fourth as Quags will wrap up this victory, final score 69-51. Player of the game will be Justin Patton. He finished with a nice little stat line of 11 points on 5 of 7 shooting, 8 rebounds, with 3 of them being offensive, 4 assists, 2 steals, and 3 blocks. Really stuffed a stat sheet in this one. Checking out the team stats, a really rough shooting night for PJ, down there at 34% from the field and 21% from deep. My team really dominated the paint with a 30-18 edge in scoring and a 41-34 edge in rebound. Looking at the box score for PJ, we already talked about the struggles from Tyshawn and Kaluma. Gonna be hard to win with those kinds of numbers. Kalkbrenner had a nice game though, with 13 and 13 on 5 of 6 from the field. For my team, Hawkins and Patton balled out. Really efficient as well, shooting 13 of 21 from the field and 3 of 6 from deep combined. AOC provided good minutes off the bench as well with 11 points and 3 threes. Appreciate y'all tuning in. In the next episode, we'll have PJ take on Alex and Quags go against Dex. Make sure to like and subscribe with post notifications turned on so you don't miss an upload. In the meantime, between time, hope you all have a wonderful rest of your day, and I'm gone. Deuces.